Former U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo has joined the supervisory board of a Ukrainian company that manufactures Flamingo missiles. The company Firepoint also plans to bring on 3 more international consultants, but their identities are being kept secret for now. Following a recent corruption scandal, an independent audit is also planned to dispel any concerns from both international partners and the public. More details about the company that produces cruise missiles in Ukraine, which have already been used on the battlefield. Is it even possible in particular to allow them? To find out whether they can be called competitors to the American Tomahawks, watch the following report by TSN correspondent Oksana Tkachenko.
The final touches are being put on the body of the Flamingo cruise missile, also known as the FP5. An anonymous artist is painting the bird after which this long-range weapon was named. Its production was funded by the Czech organization Weapons for Ukraine. The money was raised on their crowdfunding platform. And in just 2 days, concerned Europeans donated $500,000. The fundraiser was dedicated to Dana Drabova. For many years, she headed the State Office for Nuclear Safety of the Czech Republic. Until the last days of her life, she supported Ukraine. In particular, she emphasized the nuclear threat posed by the Russians at the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant.
We have seen how effective Ukrainians are in their campaign against energy missiles and in their deep strikes. And we wanted to help them do what is working best right now. We raised 500,000 euros in 2 days. There was a well-known nuclear scientist from the Czech Republic. Her name was Dana Drabova, and she was a great supporter of ours. Unfortunately, she passed away on October 6th. And we decided to carry out this campaign in her name. And we believe that this also helped a lot. That's why we were able to raise the money in 2 days.
The company that manufactures the legendary Flamingo rockets is called Firepoint, and the location of its production facility is kept strictly secret. However, it has already been shown to Associated Press journalists. The rocket, as a powerful construction, is a mix of new and old technologies, such as engines from old Soviet aircraft. The Flamingo is capable of reaching targets up to 3,000 kilometers away and carrying a warhead of over a ton. The maximum speed is 950 kilometers per hour, with a maximum flight time of up to 4 hours. This weapon is already being called a direct competitor to the American Tomahawks. The pink color was not chosen by chance, as a woman's hand contributed to the creation of this missile. As of now, there are reports of at least 4 successful uses of the Flamingo on the battlefield against the Russians. The most well-known were at the FSB base in Armyansk, which is in occupied Crimea, and near the thermal power plant in the Russian city of Oryol. The rapid growth of the company Firepoint is currently being closely monitored by Ukrainian law enforcement agencies. Have already taken an interest in the opaque ownership structure and possible connections of this manufacturer with the notorious businessman Timur Mindic, who is implicated in a corruption investigation surrounding Energoatom. In particular, detectives are investigating whether Firepoint inflated the cost of components or the number of drones in contracts with the Ministry of Defense. The companies rooted in Ukraine assure that they have nothing to hide as they operate in accordance with the strict protocols of martial law.
There are no specific news or updates regarding the investigation related to Firepoint. We will wait for the results. We are fully cooperating with NABU, providing all the necessary information. And overall, it is a great sign that, under such difficult circumstances, our anti-corruption institutions are still functioning.
Irina Terek, the director of Firepoint, says that after that corruption scandal, in order to increase trust abroad, the company decided to establish a supervisory board. And they have already revealed who will be one of its members. It is former U.S. Secretary of State under Donald Trump's previous administration, Mike Pompeo.
We decided that since we are growing into a large international company, we must ensure compliance with the strictest and best corporate standards. That's why we decided to form an advisory board. And it is a great honor for us that Mike Pompeo became the first to join our advisory board as of November 12th.
The attempts to clean up their reputation in the West are quite understandable. After all, Firepoint has only just started to gain momentum and enter the international arena. They already have about $1 billion in revenue, and in the near future, they plan to build a rocket fuel plant in Denmark so that even more of these flamingos can fly toward Russian targets. and the Ukrainian army could reach them without waiting for any permissions regarding targets or supplies from international partners. Oksana Tkachenko, Natalia Kucherenko, TSN 1+1 Marathon, United News.